Two men wound up in the hospital after they started fighting over a woman, and one of them pulled out a sword. Local 2's Gianna Caserta has been following this story for us this morning, joining us live where it happened at the home on Willow Canyon. Gianna, good morning once again. You spoke exclusively to one of the people involved in this fight, is that right?
That's right. Eugene Thompson says that he's still very shaken up when we spoke to him, but he says that he grabbed that sword in an attempt to protect himself.
Swords and flower pots. It sounds nuts. He's psycho.
A bizarre story overnight in Katy. One man says he had to grab a sword in a duel with his girlfriend's estranged husband.
It was a replica master sword from Legend of Zelda. I do anime conventions and stuff, dress up in costume, and so I got it because it's a good replica and it looks nice, and it just so happens to be pointed and bladed.
According to Harris County deputies, Eugene Thompson lives here with his girlfriend. Thompson says last night they got into an argument, and his girlfriend called her estranged husband, who stopped by the house around 10. Thompson's girlfriend let the man inside. He says he ran to the back bedroom and yelled to the man to leave the house, but he refused.
And I heard him heading back to the bedroom where I was, and so I jumped in the closet and I grabbed one of my replica swords, and I pulled it out and I stood in the doorway, and he was just coming down that hall at me while I was yelling, "Go away, you don't live here," and he just walked right into the point. So I don't know if he thought it was a toy.
Thompson says he managed to get the man out of the house and locked the door. He says the man wasn't giving up and busted through the front door and ran back into the house. The two men fought over the sword, and in the scuffle, the estranged husband was stabbed, once in the chest and once in the leg. Thompson says the man grabbed a flower pot from outside and smashed it over his head. Deputies arrived and took the estranged husband to Herman Hospital in serious condition. Thompson was transported to Memorial Herman Westside to get the gash in his head stitched up. The woman who lives here at this home was not injured in that fight. Reporting live in Katy, I'm Gianna Caserta, KPRC, Local 2.
Yo, what's up, world? It's your boy, Philosco here, a.k.a. Philco, a.k.a. Phil, a.k.a. Yo Negos. Contact is pissing him off. Yo, I swear to God, contacts are so annoying. I learned how to put them in and take them out really quickly. That's what she said. But just when they're in there, sometimes it's so damn annoying. But now back to the story. You know what? I never really wanted to make fun of nerds and stuff like that. Because you know what I realized? A lot of these dudes have that shit. They have these things that they see in video games. A lot of nerds have weapons that they use in video games. This guy had the Link sword. I don't really know what it's like, but I do know there's a game. There's Final Fantasy. That fucking big-ass, huge-ass sword you think is not real? Some of these nerds have it. Some of these nerds have those things. Nerds are nerds, especially the video game nerds. They are fucking dangerous. Not only are some of them unstable, but they have a lot of those weapons they use in video games, and they will fuck you up. I've known this for a while. I've known not a lot of nerds, but a good amount of nerds, especially on the internet when I used to play like PlayStation on the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live, and I talk to these people. They have these weapons. Now they're not likely to use them, but in serious situations they can. I am not surprised that this guy had that sword at his home. Just knowing that he does the whole cosplay thing, it's very normal. So all I want to say to you people is, don't fuck around with nerds. They'll beat that ass. They'll stab that ass. They have weapons. I don't know if they often have guns. I don't know about that. But they got like fucking crossbows, bow and arrows, all that shit in the house. They got these crazy ass weapons. The more a person's really into anime and video games especially, they are likely to have those weapons. I had a sword. And when I was in Queensbridge Projects, I had a sword. It wasn't because of video games though. I had that sword because I didn't want niggas breaking in my crib. So I had a sword and a bat, but the sword was a shit. Because the sword was pretty damn sharp. It was a Japanese sword. It was double-edged, and I was just ready for war. But it wasn't because of a video game. It's just because I wanted to be safe. But that's basically all I gotta say. Hell of a story, man. And about fighting over women, let me throw something in on that. The whole fighting over women thing, how do I put it? It's stupid to fight over a girl, especially when you don't know the whole story. So basically, this dude storms in the house, girls crying, all this stuff. He storms in the house to fight the other guy. The husband or ex-husband goes to fight the boyfriend, whatever. But the husband or ex-husband, I'm just calling him husband, don't give a fuck. But what the husband doesn't know is he doesn't know the full story. I guarantee you he doesn't know the full story when he's going after the boyfriend. He doesn't know the whole story. He definitely doesn't. He knows her side of it. He doesn't know his side of it. But he's willing to attack the boyfriend over what she said when he doesn't know the full story. A lot of guys get real emotional over girls. A lot of guys, even homies, get emotional with each other over girls sometimes, especially when you don't have both stories. You can't just wild out too much when a girl says, oh, this, that, this, that. You can't wild out too much because you don't know. Only way I can see you don't really need an explanation before you wild out is if she has like a black eye or she has like a black guy. I'm kidding. Or she has like bruises or something on her, which even some chicks are crazy enough to do it to themselves, but it's not that common. Only way I can see bugging out on some dude is if she's injured. But other than that, some argument, maybe he called her a stupid bitch. You don't know what she did. You don't know what she did. Now, unless he laid his hands on her, I don't think there was any reason for him to go in there to someone else's house like a dick face trying to fight. You don't go in someone else's house trying to fight. That's their base, dude. Dudes usually have weapons in their base. Oh my God, contacts. Jesus. People usually have weapons in their base. So that's kind of stupid to just run up in there and think you're going to do something. And that's basically it, people. I didn't make any videos yesterday. I uploaded classic, so I'll try to upload this one before I go to class. And that's basically it, people. I'm out. Later.